Welcome back, YouTubers. Zonk the Cat here. Welcome back, my kittens. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon. This is going to be today's learning lesson. This is to all the liberal Democrat morons out there who don't know how to operate firearms or don't know how firearms operate. Okay, so this is an AK-47. Now, it's video game modified. Generally, people in the real world don't use suppressors, silencers, or so on and so forth. They're a pain in the ass to get a hold of. It takes 6 months and a 4473 background check and a $250 tax stamp to just get a hold of one for one rifle. Me, don't really care about them. I don't really care, but this is for video game purposes. Okay, so a modern sporting rifle, AK-47, AR-15, SKS, you get the general gist. The term semi-automatic means one depression of the trigger, one pull of the trigger, one round is released down the chamber. Well, out of the chamber, down the barrel, down to the target. As such, that is semi-automatic. Okay, so, hold on. That was semi-automatic, okay? That is the civilian version of the AK, and any AR-15 modern sporting rifle is one round per pull of the trigger. Okay. Are we following this so far? Do we understand this so far? So, a modern sporting rifle for civilian use does not have a selector switch to switch between full auto and semi-automatic. As such, the military versions only have that selector switch between single fire, 3-round burst, and full auto. Some just have single fire and full auto. But these are the military versions, and this is what the military versions will do according to this video game. When you depress the trigger, the rounds will keep firing as long as the trigger is pulled. On the civilian version, one round will fire per depress of the trigger, hence semi-automatic. The automatic part is that it ejects the spent shell casing, reloads the next shell or round into the chamber. The semi part is one depress of the trigger. One round is released from the chamber down the barrel to the target. Fully automatic, you depress the trigger until all rounds are expended in the magazine. Are we with me so far? Alright. On to the next part. The AR-15 is a massive gun of mass death, and you can only kill humans with it. How Democrats love this one. Guess what? I hunt with my AR-15, Democrats and liberal morons. I hunt wild pig, 450-pound plus pigs. I hunt deer. I hunt little freaking dogs. I forget their names. Begins with a C. But anyway, I hunt with my AR-15. 5.56, normally a 72 grain round, hollow point bow tail. Of course, right about that point, with the people who don't know what the hell that means, I just spoke French. So, bullet weight matters when you're hunting. Doesn't matter so much when you get a big bore, you know, a little bit around a 300 Win Mag. Pretty much a 300 Win Mag, no matter what you have, is going to take down an elk. But when you're dealing with a 5.56, bullet weight matters. Having a hollow point matters. Boat tail just gives you a little bit better stability when you fire. Now, on to my next point. Belt-fed automatic machine guns. Civilians are not allowed to own these firearms unless you have the proper paperwork from the government. These guns can cost over $20,000, and that's about where they start, at 20 grand. There's a whole mess of ATF paperwork. There's a whole mess of bullshit. And here's why. This is the video game version of a real firearm. It's called the MG42 belt-fed machine gun. Originally used by the Nazis in World War II, it was called Hitler's buzzsaw, and it had an extreme high rate of fire because it literally sounded like a buzzsaw or a chainsaw when it fired. It had interchangeable barrels. It was chambered in a 7.62 by 39, or in the mounted version, it was a 7.62 by 59. This would cut down the enemy, but it was fully automatic, belt-fed. Now, they do make a version of the MG34, which is this belt-fed's little brother, which was chambered in a 7.62 or 7.62 by 39, or the 308, to be fired in semi-automatic only, and that is perfectly legal to own without any unnecessary paperwork. You still have to fill out the 4473 for the background check to have the firearm, but you don't need to go through all the bullshit you would for a fully automatic. Now here's fully automatic on an MG42, Far Cry 5 version. Okay, I just fired off 200 rounds in an MG42. Fortunately, I don't have to pay for the rounds, thank God, because this is a video game. But you get the general drift. This kind of a firearm is illegal for just the average citizen in the United States to own. So if you dumb-ass Democrat libtards think for 1 second that people are walking around with this kind of firearm, you're either dumber than you look, or you don't know your friends very well. If you believe for 1 second people are walking around with this kind of fire, this kind of firearm, you're an idiot. You're a complete moron. Not even the AR-15 is allowed to be fired like that. Bump stocks are stupid. I don't really care for them, but I don't curse people who have owned them or own them. Hunting with a full auto. And I didn't hit shit. Great. It's so awesome. So, for those of you morons out there who think that people are walking around with a fully automatic AK-47 or a fully automatic AR-15 and they can do this, you are a moron. Get a fucking grip, get an education, and learn. Well, that's my rant. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell icon. Thank you.